We live like tomorrow is promised, but deep down, we know it isn't. Every plan, every dream, every heartbeat, all built on borrowed time. Still, we pretend death is far away, something that happens to other people. But death isn't a stranger waiting at the end. It's the quiet companion walking beside us from the start. Maybe the real tragedy isn't that we die, it's that we forget we will. Death makes most people uncomfortable. We avoid the topic like bad news, as if speaking of it invites it closer. But death has always been the shadow that defines the light. It's what gives your first kiss meaning, what makes childhood memories sacred. Every moment becomes precious only because you can't repeat it forever. Without death, life would be endless and empty. We don't fear death because we understand it. We fear it because it reminds us that we're alive. There was once a man who collected clocks. He said each one reminded him that time was alive, that it had sound and rhythm and motion. Every morning he'd wind them, listen to their ticking, feel the pulse of passing seconds. One day, the clocks all stopped. The silence was unbearable. For the first time, he realized he wasn't listening to time. He was listening to himself disappearing inside it. He didn't fix them immediately. He sat there in the stillness and understood what he'd been avoiding. We live surrounded by reminders that everything ends. The ticking clock, the fading sunset, the way faces change in old photos. Death isn't hiding, it's everywhere. And somehow, knowing that, really knowing that, makes the sound of life that much louder. Philosophers like Heidegger and Camus said that the awareness of death isn't meant to depress us, it's meant to wake us up. Heidegger called it being toward death, the idea that when you accept your mortality, you stop wasting time pretending you have forever. Camus took it further. He said life has no built-in meaning, and that's exactly why we have the power to create one. Death puts a timer on the illusion of permanence. It pushes you to ask the hard questions. What do I value when I stop pretending I'll live forever? Who do I love when I realize I could lose them? When you strip away eternity, only authenticity remains. That's the strange gift of death. It forces you to live honestly. Psychologically, we spend most of our lives trying to deny death. We build careers, chase wealth, post our lives online, all ways of saying, I was here, I mattered. It's the mind's rebellion against disappearing. But when you stop fighting that reality, something soft happens. You start noticing details, the warmth of morning light, the sound of rain, the fragile peace of existing right now. Your fear becomes gratitude. The world stops being background noise and becomes a living, breathing miracle. Death teaches presence. It humbles ego, shatters delusion, and replaces both with clarity. Everything you touch, everyone you love, it's all temporary. But that doesn't make it meaningless. It makes it real. Death is not the opposite of life. It's the silent teacher that shapes it. It reminds you that love matters more than pride, that time is worth more than money, that peace is found not in forever, but in now. You don't conquer death by living forever. You conquer it by living fully, by creating moments that death can't erase, because they live in the people you touched, the words you spoke, the art you made, the love you gave. When you truly understand death, you stop counting your days and start feeling them. Every heartbeat becomes a confession. I am alive, for now, and that's enough. You will die someday. That's not a threat. It's an invitation. To live gently, to live deeply, to stop waiting for a perfect moment that never comes. Death is the reminder that this, right now, is all we ever have. So breathe, forgive, love. And when your time comes, let it find you living, not hiding. Because understanding death isn't about learning how to die. It's about finally learning how to live.